Hey there, it's Lowell Wild Jr. I've released today's blog and vlog on a Friday instead of our usual Thursday because a year ago today, we had our last FABI annual event. It started on Friday, March 13th, 2020 in Miami. And despite all that was going on with COVID, 150 doctors came to Miami to experience our 7th annual event. And it ended up being a great event. People were really excited. Some people canceled at the last minute, understandably, because of the new thing that was coming out with COVID. But most of us were kind of oblivious to what was happening. And our theme last year was 2020 vision for 2020. Well, 2020 was anything but having 2020 vision. It was blurry. It was everything opposite of 2020 vision, as we all know. Nonetheless, we had this great meeting in Miami, and the reason I'm releasing this today is in kind of commemoration of a year ago and us all coming together. The day before, or Thursday before the event, we also had our mastermind meeting, our last mastermind meeting of that year. And in that mastermind meeting, we had a skills lab on a new surgical procedure for minimally invasive bunions. It was hosted by Novastep. It was the central lock procedure, and we were all really excited. Unfortunately, and because of COVID, some of the equipment didn't get delivered to the hotel in time because FedEx was all messed up with what was going on with this new thing, COVID. And so it ended up being a little bit of a lab, but not quite the one we had anticipated, just like the rest of 2020. So this is in commemoration of last year and the great weekend we had last year. And as a commitment to all of our FABI people, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of programming starting really soon. We're going to be having a free webinar coming up in the next week or so, followed by a 2-day event. And then we're going to be having our annual meeting at the end of June, which is going to be a fully virtual event. Not a Zoom meeting, but a fully virtual event. Something that's happened to me this week is this past week, I was with my team in another city because we're going to be doing an acquisition and merger of a phenomenal business in another city that we're currently not in. And when we were there, it was great to meet these amazing doctors, their fantastic team, and our ability to really see opportunities that they're not seeing within. And we really feel like we can make them be way more efficient, provide better patient care, like amazing amount of better patient care. I spent a day with the main owner in clinic yesterday, not even a day, a half day, and saw all of these areas that he was providing treatment and not doing the billing and coding for it. So he was giving away his time and expertise. And we also find some opportunities for better patient care along the way as well. So unbelievable amount of opportunities. And as you guys have heard me talk about, we're on a really specific growth pattern to grow Wild Foot and Ankle Institute that is owned by podiatrists, controlled by podiatrists, for the benefit of podiatrists, which isn't the same thing that anybody else who is in this growth world out there can say because they're owned by business people. But also, a lot of people have said to me, hey, well, I would like to do acquisitions. I'd like to grow my business. How do I do it? So next week, we're going to be doing a webinar, a free webinar, for why you should grow your practices through acquisition and merger, and equally, and maybe even more important, how to value those businesses. There's been standard ways to value in the past, and that's really gone out the window. So in this webinar, I'm going to talk about all of my experience in doing mergers and acquisitions in terms of why you'd want to do mergers and acquisitions and bring in more businesses and practices and doctors and services into your businesses, and how to value that. Those are really key components. So we'll be announcing the exact date and how to get there. Again, free webinar. And again, looking back on the last year, we were excited to be in Miami a year ago. We had no idea what was going to be happening in the coming days and weeks. But we're looking forward to more and great programming for you so that you can provide better patient care, grow your businesses, and live the life that you've always dreamed. Have a great week.